Hey guys, this is Ant bringing you another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. In this one I'm going to show you how to set different flipbooks for the 2D sprite character. If you currently look on screen, we're using the default character sprites for the Paper 2D side scroller example. What I'll do is I'll go through how to change that up so you can put your own flipbooks in and even set it so that you can give your character flipbooks for attack and other movements like jumping. So without further ado, I'll get into it. Okay, so first of all, what I want to do is I want to change the default character sprites. So currently with the 2D character, there is a running animation and an idle animation, but I want to swap them up so that I can put my own sprites in. So all you do is you go into the 2D side scroller, click on sprites, and you'll see the two animations, flipbooks already there for running and idle. So I'm going to change out the idle ones first, and all you do is you just delete them all out. Fortunately, it's a bit painstaking, but you get there in the end. So you've got your empty flipbook and its idle animation. So rather than just creating a new flipbook, we can just drop this one straight in because it's already been used by the character. So literally choose your idle frames, drag and drop, and then you can increase the frames how you want. More frames goes faster. Less frames goes a bit slower. So that'll do for now, so I'm going to save that out, and if you currently look on screen, you'll notice that my character is now using the new flipbook rather than the old one. So again, I'm going to do the same for running, so go into the running animation and just delete all these out. Fortunately, there's no way of selecting them all just yet, that I know of anyway, but it doesn't matter, just get rid of them all, because we're going to swap them anyway, so we don't need them. So what you do is go into your sprites folder, and I'm just going to select my sprites that I want to put into this flipbook, drop them in. And again, the other thing you can do is as well, you can just drag out these nodes here to make it a bit smoother. So rather than messing around with the frames, you can just make the double the size of these. There you go. Unfortunately, the character's got a little bit of a swagger, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to use it for this animation. So if we go into the editor and press play, you'll notice now that it's my character and not the blue guy that comes from Unreal. Now, the only trouble is when you swap sprites around, there may be an issue with collision. So what you need to do is you need to actually go into the character blueprints and change the collision so that it fits. Now, depending on what your character is, if you just go front, I'm just going to make that lit for a second. There you go. Hit compile. It's a case of tweaking it, and there you go. That'll do for now. It doesn't have to be, you know, bob on, but like I say, if you find your character's levitating off the floor, just adjust the capsule for the collision to make it smaller, and the character should fit okay. So now that we've done that, I'm going to show you how to set up the character blueprint so that you can add other flipbooks into it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to set up so that your character can move between different states. And what we're going to use here is we're going to use something called Enumeration. So if you right click in the window and go into Blueprints and then select Enumeration, and we're going to call this Animation States. Double click to go into it. Now with enumerators, you can add as many as you want, but just for demonstration, I'm going to add the 3 default ones. So the first one is going to be idle. The next one is going to be walking, and the next one I'm going to have as attacking. Okay. Now what happens here is the say if you had a complex character and you wanted to assign many flipbooks, but you wanted to be controlled by one node, this enumeration will allow that to happen. So just quickly hit save again, and then if I go into the 2D side scroller character, then what I want to do is go on to create a new variable, go to enum, and then you'll see your animation states, and you can call that whatever you want. I'm just going to call it states. Hit compile, and if you notice on the right hand side you'll see a default value come up, and we can set that to be idle, walking, attacking. So for the default state we want that to be idle, because that's where the, makes sense of what the player would be if nothing was happening. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our states to the character blueprint. So all we'll do is drag it in as a getter, and then like I say, what we'll do then is we'll type in switch on animation states, which comes under flow control. I'm going to disconnect the update animation, and we're just going to plug the executable straight into that, and we're going to plug the idle back into this flipbook, because if you notice all the functionality is still there. So what I want to do now is I want to start grabbing the flipbooks. So what we'll do is we'll type set flipbook, and what we'll also do is we'll just set that to the running animation, which covers walking. Drag that into there, and we need to set flipbook for attacking. I forgot to create one, so I'll do that now. So back in the sprites folder, I'm going to select the ones that I've got for my character's attack. I'm going to right click on them, create flipbook, and then I'm just going to call that attack, and then I'll just double that on length, and I'm just going to make it so that it looks like he's throwing it quickly. Hit save, go back into the character blueprints, and then I'm just going to switch that flipbook to attack. So hit compile, save that for a second, we'll give it a go. So at the moment everything's okay, but if you notice it's not using the attack yet. That's because we haven't added it to the actual the button which causes fire. In this case it's enter. So we'll quickly go back into the 2D side scroller character, and I'm going to go to where my attack is. So I've got enter as input action. When it's pressed it spawns a projectile. Now what we need to do in here is we need to grab this off, set it, and we're going to set it to attacking. Now when it's a release we want it to default back to idle. So what we'll do is we'll grab off that, set it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab update animation function. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly test our attack. So I'm going to hit play, press enter, and if you notice it is playing some sort of attack animation, but it's going too quickly, it's not showing all of it. So to do that I'm just going to go into the blueprint, and I'm going to add a retriggerable delay in flow control, and then plug that in there, hit compile, And there you go. And if you noticed, the character does play the full attack animation now. So that pretty much covers the tutorial on how to set different flipbooks. The way to increase the amount of flipbooks that your character has, like say forward jumping, or if you wanted a dead pose, say if the character ran out of health and you wanted to set it so the player dies, is to go into the enum itself that you created and literally just add in new. Just add it, you know, a new one. I don't know, good jumping. If you wanted one for, like I just mentioned, dead, again, just add as many as you want. You can have climbing. I don't know. Like I say, it's up to you. With this enumerator, you can add as many as you want. There's no limits. And then all you do is go into your 2D side-scroller blueprint, hit compile. Again with this one, save it. And if you have a look on, you switch on animation states. Whatever you've added appears there. So it's a case of literally dragging out, set your flipbook, jumping, and then just have your jump animation for when the character jumps in the air. And it's as easy as that. Okay guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you find it useful, and if you like what you see, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more Unreal Engine 4 tutorials.